In the early days of the UFC, they hosted tournaments. The UFC 12 heavyweight tournament victor was a 19-year-old kid named Vitor Belfort. UFC 13 also had a heavyweight tournament, won by an MMA legend, Randy the Natural Couture. Both men fought in UFC 15 for a shot at the heavyweight championship. Many didn't give Randy a chance since this was during the time of no known weaknesses Belfort. Couture surprised everyone, outboxing the knockout artist. Belfort had no answer for Captain America's clinch game, getting knocked out 8 minutes into the fight. Considered as one of the best fights during the dark ages of MMA, Frank Shamrock defended his middleweight championship against Tito Ortiz before the Zuffa era in UFC 22. The UFC capitalized on the animosity between Ortiz and the Lion's Den as the story for this fight. The bad boy won against two of their fighters, and Frank, being a former member of the group, wanted revenge. Ortiz dominated all 3 rounds with his wrestling, but fatigue came into play in the 4th round. Shamrock escaped Tito's grasp, landed a few good strikes before pounding on him to end the fight. After the match, the champion announced his UFC retirement. Known as the manliest fight ever, Fry vs Takayama took place in Pride 21. It's one of those fights where both fighters started to disregard being technical and just decided to brawl. Both of them wanted to find out who had the tougher fist and chin. It's a miracle that this fight lasted more than 5 minutes. It's a must-see fight for MMA fans. But if you want a more entertaining take on this epic match, check out Napoleon Bonaparte's Pride Never Die video. Known as the fight that saved the UFC from bankruptcy, this was a match where 2 struggling fighters instantly became household names. They were contestants in the UFC's reality TV show, The Ultimate Fighter. Even though the spotlight was barely shown on them during the show, this fight alone established them as fan favorites. It's tragic that one of the fighters from this legendary bout has passed away. The world of MMA would not flourish without the contribution of both Stephan Bonnar and Forrest Griffin. A fight years in the making. This was the match everyone wanted to see in UFC 79. Both knockout artists were considered as the stars of their respective companies when they were champions. We finally had a fight when both of them were past their prime. Surprisingly, they still managed to deliver a memorable brawl. Silva and Liddell kept throwing blows in the first 2 rounds. The Iceman had to rely on his wrestling on the 3rd round to secure the victory from his rival. The WEC was home to the lighter weight classes when Zuffa took over. 2 fighters trying to make a name for themselves were scheduled to fight in WEC 48, Leonard Garcia and Chan Sung Jong. Garcia has a reputation for stealing judges' decisions with his wild performances. The Korean Zombie became a fan favorite because of this fight. They put on an exciting 3-round brawl. Garcia took this match, but Jung was able to avenge this loss when both men fought in the octagon. Considered even by UFC President Dana White as one of the best fights ever, Henderson vs. Hua is a must-watch for MMA fans. Both fighters were at the top of their game during their Pride years, but never had a match for the Japanese organization. No one expected an all-out war from the 2 top-ranked light heavyweights when they finally met at UFC 139. Hendo and Shogun went at it for 5 rounds, with a title shot at stake.